What's up, model babes? Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Key and I help you new and aspiring models learn how to get started modeling, get signed with an agency, get booked, and get paid. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video. So today we're going to be talking about body confidence, how to build body confidence, how to be confident on the runway, during photo shoots, if you gotta work in swimwear or lingerie wear. It's all about the body today. So I'm hoping to get you guys a little bit more confident in your own skin, and that's what we're going to be going over. Okay, first I want to talk about how you can have confidence, some ways that you know that you are confident or that you have confidence inside of you. And the first way you can do that is by being secure in your decisions. In your decision making, whenever you have something in your mindset, it is what it is. You're not on the fence, you're not doubting yourself, you're not, thinking it over for too long, because definitely take your time to make your decisions. But confidence is really knowing what you want and going after it, being set in what you want, being set in how you're going to get it, and then actually doing it. So that's one way to have confidence. The second way you want to go about doing that is to not be affected by others' opinions of you. What others have to say about you, people talking about you, you are not going to be affected by that because it's not true. If you are secure in yourself, if you have confidence in yourself, then what other people's opinions about you that may differ from that should not matter. As long as you know what you want and you know your truth and who you are, and you should be standing firm in your confidence and not worried about what other people have to say. And lastly, the third way that you know that you have confidence is when you show up as your authentic self. So when you are going into rooms, going out to events, and you're speaking to others, you're not trying to pretend to be somebody else. You're not trying to assimilate to what everyone else is doing, right? You're showing up as yourself. You're being who you are authentically, and you're allowing yourself to shine just as you are. You're not trying to pretend to be something you've seen on TV or off of the internet or somebody at your job or somebody at school. You already know who you are and you show up as that everywhere you go. So that's the three ways that you know that you are being confident, you have confidence, you can start growing confidence, is by showing up as your authentic self, knowing that other people's opinions do not define you and really don't matter, and making sure that whatever decision you make, that you're secure in that decision. So I know building body confidence is a little different than just being confident in yourself, right? It's not, but it is. It's like a two-sided coin. Confidence in general can start with the mind, right? You have the mindset of being confident, but having the body, a confident body, is a little bit different because now we have to bring it into the physical space, right? So I want to give you guys some practical tips on how you can be physically body confident as well as mentally body confidence. Okay, we already went through the mental aspect, so now we're going to bring it down to the physical and how you can actually show up confidently when you are doing swimwear or lingerie type of photo shoots or runways, specifically if you're doing Miami Swim Week. So the body is really, a sensitive subject for a lot of people. That's why they have so many fitness programs and diet plans and so many gyms and fitness influencers and gurus popping up, because people are very invested in how they look and specifically how their body looks. So I really want to give you guys some body confidence tips that I think will help you when you are doing photo shoots for swimwear, lingerie, or even in the nude, because you might have to do that sometimes for fashion shows, for photo shoots. You may have to be topless, you may have to show some bellies, or use some arms to cover up the implied nude situation. So I definitely want to give you guys some tips where you can feel comfortable showing some skin. So the first body confidence tip I have for you guys is going to be to practice. Practice, practice, and practice again. Practice makes habits. I've said this a lot on this channel, but it really is true. So if you want to get comfortable, in your own skin and showing this skin and this body on camera, you want to make sure that you are practicing your body poses and practicing being, on camera in swimwear, being on camera in lingerie. Now that is not, you're okay to just take a bunch of pictures, you know, half naked in lingerie and post that to Instagram. No, I'm not saying that. I definitely think that, you know, you can keep this private for yourself if you're specifically sensitive about how your body looks. But if you really want to start getting into this space and do these types of things for modeling specifically, I definitely think that it's good for you to practice your body movements, practice your body poses on camera, so you can start getting comfortable seeing yourself on camera and working on how your body looks on camera, because you can definitely turn your body different ways to the camera, figure out which angles look better from, you know, which side, or if you have specific body poses that contour your body a little bit more to be more flattering in certain ways, you can definitely figure all of that out if you are practicing. So make sure that you guys take the time to actually get to know how your body looks on camera, or even in person. You can do it in front of the mirror and just, you know, move your body, start touching your body, get comfortable with yourself, and it should definitely help you when it's actually time to be on camera or be on the runway. And that was actually my second tip for you, is to take more photos. So not only are you practicing, you're taking more images so you can actually see yourself on camera and actually see what your body looks like and see how you can manipulate it to be more form-fitting for you. And manipulation not in the form of like actually doing things to your body, but just like, you know, cheating a pose a certain way, cheating your angles a certain way to look more flattering for you, because that can be done too. My third tip for building body confidence is going to be to actually invest in a mentor, invest in a model coach, invest in someone who knows what they're doing, that can help you pose your body and help you learn the angles of your body, so you're not just looking lost on camera. You know, there are definitely a lot of different types of model coaches out here. You know, if you guys want to set up a one-on-one with me, the links are down in the description, so we can definitely do that. But also you can probably find someone in your local area. I've interviewed different model coaches from LA to Atlanta to Chicago to New York, so there's definitely different model coaches in different areas for you guys. So make sure that you are taking advantage of all the resources I have provided for you guys are going to be in the description box below. But just do your research for yourself and try and find yourself a model mentor that can help you learn the angles of your body, learn how to move your body to be flattering for you, and just get you in front of the camera so you can feel comfortable. So now I want to give you guys some tips for when you are walking in swim week, because I know a lot of you guys are going down to Miami to walk for swim week. Maybe it might be your first time walking the runway, so I want to make sure you guys are prepared. So when you are walking for Miami swim week, there are a few things you want to keep in mind. So this one you kind of have to take a case by case, you know, depending on how many fashion shows you are going to be walking for down in Miami. The designers might have specific shoes for you to walk in, so you might not be able to actually pick what shoes you're going to be wearing. But some of them do ask you to bring shoes and to wear your own shoes, because I do want you to be comfortable. So if that's the case for you, make sure that you bring shoes that you can actually walk in. Make sure that you're comfortable in them, that you practice walking in them before, that you know how to walk, pivot, and turn, and jump and do the most in them if you need to, because, you know, you don't want to be up on that runway and walking and your feet is hurting, and, you know, it affects the way you walk. You start slouching, you start, you know, bending your knees weird to, you know, compensate for the pain. So just make sure that you are prepared and bring a pair of heels that you know you can slay in. And piggybacking off of my body confidence tips, make sure that you practice in them, right? Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes habits. I can't say that enough. Make sure that you actually practice in the heels before you hit the runway. The next tip for all of you model babes walking in Miami Swim Week is to get comfortable seeing yourself in a bathing suit before show day, right? You want to make sure that you are actually comfortable on the stage. Before you hit the runway, you want to make sure that you feel good, feel confident in your own skin, and know that you will look your best and feel your best when you are wearing a bathing suit or a swimsuit. So make sure that you actually try on a few different kinds of swimsuits. If you have some, go to the mall, try on some bathing suits, and actually look at your body, look at yourself in the mirror, and see, are you comfortable with your own body? Are you comfortable with other people looking at your body? And if not, what do you have to do to make yourself comfortable? Now, I'm not saying to take any drastic measures at all with body transformations or anything like that. Like, I don't want you to try and fit into the idea of what the perfect body for a Miami Swim Week might be, but I do want you to be able to say, this is my body and I am comfortable as is. And if not, I think it is perfectly okay to want to go to the gym and actually tone up in some areas. I'm speaking for myself here. I've been needing to do that for the longest time. I think it's okay to maybe just go running around your neighborhood or a walk or something just to shed a few extra pounds. As a model, you are booked on your looks, and I'm not saying that you have to change yourself, but I think if you are going to be in front of the camera, if you're going to be in front of people, then you want to make sure that you are presenting yourself the best way for you, like the way that the world, society has shaped beauty, the beauty standard is not necessarily what's going to be what works for you. But as long as you are comfortable in your own skin and you say, hey, this is how my body looks, this is how I am, this is how I want to show up, if you're comfortable with that, then that's all that matters. But make sure that you are. So that's why I say make sure you are actually looking at yourself. With everything that's been going on, I feel like physical health might have been taking a back seat to mental health, right? We've been trying to survive, we've been trying to get ourselves together, so it might be time to pick back up that physical health side, or just acknowledge where you are in your physical journey at this point. So make sure that you're just taking the time to look and see before you are booked off of last year's pictures. Make sure that you are looking at how you currently look, how your body currently looks, and that you're okay with walking on stage as is. I hope that made sense. I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way and say you have to look a certain way for Miami Swim Week. I mean, recently they have been taking in a lot more of like the curvier models, or just like not the most toned bodies, like it's more so for like everyday bodies. But just because they're not the ideal body image that we have been seeing out on stage doesn't mean that everyone is comfortable with their bodies in that state, if that makes sense. So for myself, a lot of people may say that I look fine just as is, but I know there are some things about my body that I don't want to be seen on the big screen or on a camera or walking down a runway. I don't want those things to be seen, because in my head I'm just like, I could have toned that up, or I could have did this, or I could have did that. Like in my head, physically, I know I could have did better. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I want you guys to go with this, is like, if there is something about myself that I don't like and I think I can change and be better at, physically, for my physical health, then I'm gonna go about and change that. Not because someone else told me I had to, but because for myself, I'm not where I wanna be, if that makes sense. I hope y'all are catching that. I'm not gonna over explain it. I think I did already, but that's where I'm coming from. So just make sure you're okay with where you're at now. And my final tip for when you are walking down the runway on Miami Swim Week is to make sure that you strike a confident pose at the beginning and end of the runway. You want to make sure that they see you. I usually go to my Superwoman pose. I like to have both my hands on my hips, stand strong, fierce eyes to the crowd. And yeah, I usually just do that and have a lot of fun. So obviously this is, going to be more of the upbeat, fun type of runway. Again, depending on who you're walking for. They might want fierce faces too, but usually Miami Swim Week's a little bit more bubbly. Swimwear is a little bit more like happy lifestyle. I'm here to party. I look good. Look at me type of show. So you want to make sure that you are reciprocating that type of energy, but you want to be fierce, strong, and stand fierce and strong in your poses when you're on the runway. So just think about it before you actually hit the runway. Think about like 1 or 2 poses that you think would be a strong pose for the runway. And that doesn't mean you have to do something with your hands. You literally could just be standing there, but just have that fierce energy in your mind, because it'll show up on your face and then translate well on camera as well. And that's all I have for this video, babes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was fun and entertaining a little bit, and you guys got a lot of good and helpful tips out of it. Please make sure, if you did, to give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss my next video. Also, if you're interested in learning more about how to be confident on camera, I do have my How to Be Confident on Camera ebook that is for free. You can definitely download it. The link will be in the description box, as well as all my other resources that I mentioned in this video. So make sure you check it out, and I hope that any of you guys walking in Miami Swim Week share your experience with me. Please tag me on IG, or let me know if you've walked in Miami Swim Week before in the comments below. I want to know. Alright loves, I'm gonna let you go here. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you in my next video.